Hello all, and you're very welcome to LinkShadow Talk, the podcast series where we sit down with our top-tier security alliance vendors, partners, and customers in order to discuss all things cybersecurity. LinkShadow is a network detection and response security solution powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning. Due to these capabilities, we classify ourselves as an intelligent NDR solution. With LinkShadow Intelligent NDR, organizations can proactively detect and respond to cyber threats in real time. The integration of our platform provides a holistic approach to cybersecurity, offering a comprehensive view of network security posture. Today, I'm very happy to be joined by Nour Fateen, Recorded Future's Director of Sales Engineering EMEA. Nour,
thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
So much.
We've had a couple of moments to walk through the office. We've had a few moments for you to meet a few members of the team. I know it's your first time here in our Dubai office, so hopefully it won't be the last.
It's a nice view.
It is.
It won't be the last. Yeah.
It is indeed. Yeah, we why could we turn up having such a phenomenal view when we have it here right in our own office? So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Nour, if you don't mind me, I suppose, starting off by just asking you a couple of questions about Recorded Future. For the viewer and for a novice who may not be aware of Recorded Future, would you mind just giving us, I suppose, a brief 90 seconds intro as to what exactly you do?
Yeah, of course. So Recorded Future, we are the largest intelligence provider, privately held. So we provide, our mission is to secure the world using intelligence. What does that mean? It means we provide intelligence in a very actionable manner. We provide it in a timely manner, and that intelligence allows you to perform very specific actions within the organization and to achieve very specific outcomes which secure your organization. So it's all about gathering intelligence that's unique, it's trustworthy, it's independent, it's timely, it's actionable, which you can then apply internally within your security infrastructure, which you can then use to prevent any business risk. So it's all about outcomes and reducing the overall risk to the business from a security perspective.
And how do you manage to be one of the leaders, for example, when it comes to the intelligence space?
It's a good question. So we have the largest collection on Earth, privately held. So we collect from over 1 million individual sources, and all of that ends up in the Recorded Future Intelligence platform. We've also been collecting since about 2009, and we've never deleted anything. So we have this huge treasure trove of intelligence and data that we're constantly using and turning into valuable insights. We've also spread ourselves across the physical and the cyberspace. So we collect intelligence on physical risk as well as cyber risk as well. So the combination of those 3 or 4 things makes us very unique and the leaders that we are today.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, LinkShadow, we have an integration with Recorded Future. Now, there are many benefits of integrations, and of course, we're not the only people who integrate. But would you mind, if you can for a moment, just explaining not only the benefits of integrations in general, but maybe with a kind of little focus on the LinkShadow and Recorded Future?
Yeah, I'll start with integrations in general, and then specifically what we do with you guys at LinkShadow. Clients want integrations, and integrations are beneficial for speed, first and foremost. You have a lot of data coming from a lot of different sources. It takes a significant manual effort to take the pieces that you're getting from different tools and combine them into a specific outcome. You would rather those technologies are speaking to each other and making decisions together as opposed to having to do so in siloed instances.
Yeah.
So speed is number one. You have intelligence coming from Recorded Future. It can then go directly to a specific security tool. That security tool can then do something with that intelligence. It also helps with the ROI because organizations are spending significant capital on security tools. You want to get the most ROI out of that tool. The way you do that is that you bring in intelligence, you bring in other sources of intel into that tool. What we do specifically with you guys at LinkShadow is being an NDR, you have a huge amount of visibility into what's going on in the network. And that allows you to see things that are happening specifically within the organization. You can then bring in Recorded Future Intelligence to act as a trusted, independent source of intelligence as to what you're seeing is either risky or non-risky. And that's a huge benefit to your clients. If you can specifically say that an IP address or a hash or a domain poses a risk to the organization because of some sort of outbound connection, for example, that's an outcome that a LinkShadow user would want to see. They would want to get that validated opinion from elsewhere. So the validated opinion comes from Recorded Future. It's trustworthy. It comes straight into LinkShadow. From LinkShadow, your customers can then go on and perform whatever action that they find is suitable for them.
Okay, so in other words, in order for it to be successful, we need absolute collaboration and we need a unified approach as to how exactly it should be done. Now, just before we sat down in the setting that we're in at the moment, we were just outside, we were looking through a demo environment and the portal, and we were just, I suppose, collaborating on the positive impacts of the integrations. If for a moment or two, would you mind letting the listener or the viewer kind of have an understanding of the exact integration and how it works?
Yes. So within LinkShadow, you have your plugin store. Within the plugin store, Recorded Future was actually the first plugin, I was told. So that plugin allows a LinkShadow user to bring in Recorded Future Intelligence into LinkShadow. If you open up the plugin, you'll see that all it is really a taxi feed. It's a taxi server, which we as Recorded Future are pushing out to you guys. And that allows you to ingest certain lists of risky indicators. Those indicators then get populated into LinkShadow, and then they will appear in any event where they're necessary. So if you're looking at an IP connection, you will then have the Recorded Future Intelligence layered on top. So it really comes from the plugin. So plugin, enable that plugin. The API token then allows you to pull in intelligence from Recorded Future into LinkShadow, and then you can start to see those risk indicators in whatever investigation that you're performing within LinkShadow.
Okay, very good. So we're thrilled, and I mean absolutely delighted to be able to use your threat intel feeds. We're delighted to have the integration that we have. However, how often do you get requests from clients in order to integrate, their intelligence essentially into other security tools?
All the time. And the reason why we get asked so often is because it's becoming very well understood that speed is of the essence when you're defending an infrastructure or a network. You can't have all these separate tools telling you something and then you as an organization are left with the task of piecing it all together. It just doesn't make sense. You need to move at the speed of the adversary, and the adversary is moving much faster than just having separate tools all around the organization, all around the infrastructure. So integrations allow you to speed up your response significantly. It allows you to be more efficient with your time. Think of all the time that a security practitioner has to spend defending an organization, looking at events, looking at anomalous events, looking at specific risks. You save a huge amount of time if those tools are just communicating with each other. And then, of course, the ROI element that I talked about. So many clients of ours are looking to get more ROI out of their existing spend, out of their tools. It's a no-brainer to bring in intelligence from other places and allow you to get the most out of that investment that you've already made, whether it be LinkShadow or whichever tools or whatever suite of tools you're using in your infrastructure. And LinkShadow just happens to be a very good partner of ours. So we get requests to integrate into LinkShadow. We get requests to integrate into a lot of different tools. And the benefits speak for themselves. When a client sees intelligence that they really trust in an area that they want to work with, that's huge value to them. That means that they're significantly reducing business risk in an area that they're familiar with and that they can take action in. Because the whole point of our intelligence is that it is ready to be actioned on.
Yeah.
It's actionable, but it needs to be put to use somewhere. And that's when the benefit comes into play.
And of course, there's a lot of research that goes in behind the scenes. You have a full, I'm sure, research team who's able to provide your teams with this intelligence.
Yeah, so it's actually mostly automated. Okay. So we have thousands of machines that are collecting information, harvesting information from across the internet. And then our human research team are only really the cherry on top. But the reason why, to your first question, why we're leaders is that we've taken an automated approach to intelligence. And that means we can move fast. These machines don't take bathroom breaks. They don't go on holiday. So they're just constantly collecting intelligence, and they can do so 24/7. And that allows us to really be leaders in the space. Yeah.
Well, of course, not only is, as you mentioned, not your machines don't take bathroom breaks, but the people who are the threats, for example, they also don't take.
They do, well, yeah, exactly.
We
Yeah.
have machine learning, we have AI, we have artificial intelligence. We look at ChatGPT. It's only a tip of the iceberg as to what actually is, open to bad actors out there.
The adversary is going to move fast, and so you have to move at their pace. And you cannot do so if you're trying to solve the intelligence problem using a human approach. It has to be automated. Otherwise, you're going to get left behind.
Of course, yeah. And that's, I suppose, with our network detection response solution, it's powered by AI, it's powered by machine learning. It's the reasons why we are one of the leaders when it comes to network detection response. And being one of those leaders is testament to us, but it's also testament to our partners who we integrate with. So we're very, very thankful for all of your support.
Likewise.
And long may it last into the future. So if we, I suppose, summarize the conversation that we just had over the last few minutes, what do you see is next? Where do you see maybe the partnership between LinkShadow and Recorded Future going to? Or are we're doing okay already?
Well, it's a great start, first and foremost. Bringing in the intelligence is an easy step. It seems like the platform handles the intelligence really well. It doesn't try to trim it or make it unactionable, unreadable, which is really important because your clients are going to expect context. And that sort of context needs to be there in order to make an action. So I think we're in a really good place to begin with, and then we can keep growing this partnership as we go along.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, long may it last. Nour, I won't take any more of your time. I really appreciate you coming into our Dubai office, to meeting the team, and to taking some time out of what I'm sure has already been a very busy week and a busy day. So thank you very much, and we appreciate all of your time. Take care.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
you so much.